Maverick 100.9 Aggieland's country alternative. It's Corliss, and I have waited long enough. We finally have Slade Coulter on. How are you, Slade?
I'm doing well. I'm glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
I'm excited to have you. I'm honestly just a fan. I have been. I caught you at a Jacob Stelly show. I think it was last year, maybe year before. I don't know. Time works differently now, but I've been a fan for a while, so it's cool to have you for sure.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you.
Well, a lot of people in Aggieland have really started following you and love you, and luckily, you are coming to town this Saturday night with Jacob and with Carson Jeffrey, so I'm sure you're ready to see all of your fans here.
Oh, yeah, definitely. 100%. I always love going to College Station, and yeah, it's been really fun getting to grow that fan base down there. Of course, being friends with Stelly helps a lot with that, with him being an Aggie and stuff.
I'm sure you help him out in the Lubbock area as well, right?
Right. It's a little bit of a trade-off for sure.
Now, you may have not heard this term before, but what we call people like Jacob and like Carson, they're called Aggieland artists. And I don't know if, and that's how we talk about them on air, everything like there. I don't know if they have anything like that for you guys that are the Lubbock dudes.
I guess the Flatlanders, that's about all you could say.
Okay, that would make sense if a band wouldn't have literally taken the name.
Yeah, right.
Darn it, Cleto. Well, we are more than excited to have you back into town, but I also, besides you being from Lubbock, wanted to get to know you a little bit and get to know your music a little bit. You know, we've just started playing Hang Me Out to Dry, which is a bit of a heartbreaker. It's heart-wrenching. Yeah. And I wanted to know a little bit more about you music-wise. Where does that song come from, or really any of them?
Man, so I'm from a little town called Jayton, Texas, out here in West Texas. And, I grew up listening to stuff like Chris Knight and Robert Earl Keen and the real songwritery stuff. And so I always feel like the heartbreak songs and the sad songs always kind of struck me a little different, and those have always been my favorite. And I think that's portrayed really well through my writing style. I'm not a heartbroken person or anything, but I love sad songs.
Oh, man, I understand that, but you give such a modern twist on it. Like, I get the references. I definitely see that in you, especially the Robert Earl Keen. Gig 'em to him. And but you make it so modern. And in my head, I'm almost like radio friendly. It's radio friendly. It's listenable. It's drivable. That is a super unique talent.
Right. Of course, there are a lot of other influences that, make my style a little different, I feel like. But no, I'm just super excited to have the song out there, and thank you so much for spinning it.
Oh, of course. I love it. Well, we're really excited to have you back in town. And when I was talking to Jacob, he said it's kind of funny. He plays with you a lot. He plays with Carson a lot. You and Carson play together. You and Stelly play together, but the three of you have never been on the same stage in a night.
Never have. No. So I'm really excited to get all of our different fan bases in one room. I think it's going to be really cool.
Really cool is an understatement. I think it's going to be wild, and people may be crawling up the walls.
Yeah, there's a good chance.
See, I know Aggieland way too well. I know the tap way too well. Nobody is going to be behaved. And I'm ratting on myself here. My listeners already know I'm not going to be at the show. Unfortunately, the only thing that could come above you guys is Elton John.
I'll take that. I can understand that 100%.
Right. But I always laugh because I make fun of the fans and how crazy they are. I've got to be the craziest one in the entire building, to be honest with you.
Yeah. No, and yeah, I've been to the tap a few times now, and not once have I left in great shape. So
it'll be good. That is the best way to put it. Speaking of the tap, they get there early. Doors open at 8. They got Holly Beth and Gracie York opening up that show, which I'm just excited about those two girls. But there are, drink specials until 10. And please be nice to my boys. Everybody seems to get you boys just to where you can't even stand anymore. Please be nice.
That's half the fun, though.